Make no sense otherwise. Well, maybe that was when they... No, I think they were still staying over then one day. Yume sighed, forming little white puffs in the air as we walked along the rows of cherry blossom trees. It's not like I didn't understand how she felt, but... might as well pay a New Year's Day visit to the shrine, especially since Otne is working there now, you know. Of course not. She frowned and lowered her eyebrows to show her displeasure. Come on, I'm pretty sure that you're at least a little curious too. Anyway, that's not the only reason I always visit this shrine on New Year's Day. Yume frowned a bit more and picked up her pace. She was in quite a hurry right from the start of the new year. Yume stopped, looked around, and took out a notepad from her book. Bag. What's up? You thought of something new for that poem? She flipped through the pages looking for something. I wonder what she really had written down in that notebook. At a glance, it sure seemed like she had a lot of things jotted down in there. I've been with Yume for a long time, but that notebook is still a mystery to me. Maybe if I just lean over like this... And then she tried to shield it from me. It was only natural that the more she tried to hide it, the more curious I became. Oh, well, I don't feel like throwing my life away just yet. Maybe I could get Tsunami to investigate it for me. No, let's not. That's just another way of selling my life short. You never know where or what kind of nuclear reaction he'd cause. Yume looked at her notes and nodded. Yes, she's still frowning. Oh well. Ah! Out of nowhere, she called me a pervert. The hell? Wait, what have I done? Seemed like she just accused me for no reason, but... What have you been writing in there? So get that reaction. Yume just clung to her notebook really tightly and glared at me. This mystery just kept getting more complicated. Tomorrow? Come to think of it, do I have any plans? After New Year's, I usually just spend the following couple days at the Kotatsu watching TV or something. Especially this year, since everyone else went on a ski trip. Oh well, I guess I don't have anything planned. No, nothing in particular. Did you want to do something? What's wrong? Why are you making yourself look like a duck? She then looked at me angrily, patted and turned away. I just told her I didn't have any plans. Why is she so angry with me? Well, maybe I should make some plans then. Huh? At 6? What for? She bluntly answered. Secret, look, if I'm gonna make plans, shouldn't I at least know what they're for? Look, even if you glare at me. She said with a tone of sadness to her voice and sighed. Don't remember what? Having said that, she forcefully ended the conversation by running on ahead. I had to wonder what she was planning to do. Oh well, it's not like I didn't have time for it. There were food stands all around the temple grounds, as well as people praying at the shrine. Everyone's so focused on money. I bet the only time they pray to God is on New Year's. Come on, I pray to God every time I'm in trouble. Don't clump me together with those other people so easily. You know, that's the thing. If there is a god, it's just like, oh sure, it'd be like God would just be like, oh come on. You wonder why I don't intervene or do anything for you? Because you only freaking pray to me when you have problems. I mean, just a thank you, man. Something, just anything. But it's always, oh please, can you do this for me? Just do it yourself, you lazy bastard humans.
それ、威張って言うことじゃないから。あれ、あそこにいるのって。
Yume pointed at a group of people gathering around someone in an unusual outfit, someone we knew very well.
あ、弟くん、ゆめちゃん。
Tap, 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 tap. Otne ran up to us, her pace rhythmical and fast. And with that little yelp of surprise... Ah! Suddenly I felt something soft touching my face. You know, didn't he say, like, she's in an unusual outfit of some sort or something like that? Was that a comment he made, something like that? You know, when he said that, just like, you wouldn't really expect, you know, like, just the traditional stuff like this. I was just like, imagine she's dressed, like, in a giant duck costume or something. Now that would be odd. I mean, this is pretty normal. Such a nice smell, such a great feeling. I'm gonna faint. I heard a voice from above and then my field of vision was restored.
いつもと違う格好だからちょっと転んじゃった。
But the nurse seemed a bit embarrassed and stuck out her tongue.
知ってたとはいえ、やっぱりムカつくな。来てくれたんだね、二人とも。
You know, you've been doing that a lot, you know, that whole, you know, actually speaking but having no translation. If I actually knew enough Japanese, I'd probably be able to tell what the hell you just said. It was probably an insult of some sort, I imagine. Just like, you're an idiot. It's your fault. It's just like, what? She's the one that slipped. Now it's your fault. Wrapped up in her Miku clothes, she let a big smile shine upon her face. Just like a real Miku.
どう？似合う？
Is it Miku? No, it definitely wouldn't be that, because that's Miko. Or I have no idea. But Ned kept smiling and spinning around, showing off her costume. That's one thing that I always find annoying, is coming across words and like no character or anything, just like no voice acting, nothing actually says the word. So I just like have to guess. If I don't know the pronunciation, it's just guess. But Nick kept smiling, spinning around, showing off a costume. Looks great on you. You look like a different person.
それはいつもの私はダメってことなのかな?
That's not what I meant. I'm trying to praise you, so don't turn it into criticism. But that's how it always goes in these things. Just like, you look wonderful. Just like, oh, does that mean that I only look wonderful like this, but my usual stuff isn't wonderful? And just like, oh, god damn it, just take the damn compliment.
冗談だよ、冗談。では、似合ってるって言ってもらったし、巫女さんのお仕事を頑張っちゃおうかな。
Otne swung her white sleeves and did a cute little pose for luck.
今、おみくじの箱持ってきてあげるね。弟くん引くでしょ？大吉引かせてあげるよ。
Are you sure it's okay for Amigo to play such favoritism?
大丈夫、大丈夫。ちょっと待っててね。すぐ戻ってくるから。
With that said, Otne hurriedly headed off for the shrine office. She almost tripped over her skirt several times on the way there. Wow, kimonos really are the best. Stomp! Ow! What the hell? You may don't step on my foot.
ごめんなさい。足が滑ったの。
You know, he's just like, kimonos really are the best. Imagine not the case when you're wearing them and just like, it's too tight, I'm tripping all over the damn place. Slipped on what?
地面が凍ってたの。痛かったんなら謝るよ。ごめんね。鼻の下伸ばしちゃってさ。
She suddenly said and then turned away from me. What's she so upset about? I really don't get her. Jealousy, man. Look, there's a shooting range. You may want to compete with me.
いや、射撃には興味ないし。
Unless it's your face. What about goldfish catching then?
金魚すくいもちょっと。
Karanuki then? Why was that one different?
兄さん、さっきからわざと私が苦手なのばっかり言ってません？
Wait, I think the last time we saw that it had a translation note attached to it, didn't it? But I've already forgot what the translation note was. You found out? I walked around the bustling shrine grounds with Yume. Well then, what should we do? We came all the way here, so we should have some fun. Yume turned around a few times looking for something among the shrine stalls. We passed by all the regular stalls with yakisoba, takoyaki, chocolate bananas, and the like. The tasty smell of sorts was making my stomach growl. What is it? Yume's eyes were fixed on a cotton candy stall. Cotton candy, huh? That's nostalgic. Oh, you want some cotton candy?
あ、いや、別にそういうわけじゃないけど。
The cotton candy's pretty odd, really, isn't it? I don't know what to really compare it to, but it has, like... It just has an odd feel to it, doesn't it? It's like you've got, like, a giant clunk of dust. Except it's edible and it's not dust. Even so, she kept looking around the cotton candy stall. You know, making that kind of comment, though, would be like, I don't feel like having cotton candy now. Man, she just can't be honest with herself. I think we'd buy the cotton candy, but I'll double check nonetheless. Let's buy some cotton candy. Hello there, sir. I would like one stick of cotton candy. Coming right up. Which one would you like? Yume, which one would you like?
いや、どれだっていいよ。味に違いはないんだし。
You know, can you imagine that? You just, like, encounter someone who has pretty much the same voice as you. Now, wouldn't that be odd? Imagine if you're in a group conversation, you'd be like, which one of you said that? Okay, let's go with the chemical human hunger one.
なんでよりにもよってそんなマニアックなの選ぶの？
You said either one was fine, and if you eat it, maybe you'll become human.
こっちにするの？
Hustle bear, huh? What a girly one to pick. Why do they have odd names anyway?
趣味なのよりはいいよ。
It's just like, oh, we want to sell it in a kind of different ways instead of being like, here's some cotton candy. Just pick it. Just like, whatever. Just like, here's some cotton candy. Just take it and piss off. We're not that straightforward. We have to give them all different names and probably spice them up a little. Alright, let's go with this one. Okay, here you go. I gave the old man some change and got my stick of cotton candy. Here, you may eat it before it goes stale.
ありがとう。
With a single thank you, Yume started unwrapping her cotton candy.
いただきます。
She put her mouth to the soft cotton candy and bit off a piece to chew. And then a fly came and landed on it. He's like, ah, son of a bitch! So, is it good?
普通にわたあめの味。
Can't you even be a bit cute? I bought it for you, so at least try to be a bit more happy about it.
いや、だってわたあめはわたあめだし。
You little fiend! I even bought it for you and everything! Without saying anything, I leaned over and took a big bite out of the cotton candy. You know, Yume's reaction sounds more or less like how I'd react. You wouldn't really get much of a reaction out of me, you'd just be like, yeah, it's cotton candy. Thanks, I guess.
いや、ちょっと、兄さん取らないでよ。
Go on, I paid for it, I should get some.
だったら、兄さんも自分のを買えばいいじゃない。あ、また食べた。このままじゃ私のがなくなっちゃうじゃない。よし、こうなったら。
Yume picked up her pace, attempt to eat faster than me. We've got a competition, but I can't lose. The cliché. I decided to put up a fight and started eating even faster. As cotton candy grew to swallow the distance between my mouth and my face, and Yume's grew shorter.
いや、もうあげないから。口離して、兄さん。
But we must have this cliché. There was only one piece of cotton candy left and we both had it in our mouths. As I lost my target, I started to fall forward and I felt something soft touch my lips. Neither Yume nor I could say a word. We were pretty much paralyzed. That soft feeling just now. Just like, Yoshiyuki, it's not what you think. You didn't kiss her on the lips. You actually kissed her eyeball. That's pretty odd. Yume stood in front of me with a blank look on her face, holding her lips. Her face was getting redder by the second. Sorry, I just, don't know what to say. This is, what should I say? Just now our lips. Yeah, that's right. So she said, but her face was still bright red. Thumpa 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 thumpa, my heart started beating so fast and it felt so loud. An accident, but even so, Yume and I just kissed, hadn't we? She said with a low voice all the while looking down at the ground. If you say it like that, I'm going to be way curious about it. All I could think of was the soft touch of lips and the sweet taste of cotton candy. Thumpa thumpa thump. I'm thinking about it again. Yume's my little sister and I'm her big brother, so... You know, it always just makes the whole thing seem 1,000 times more just kind of... When he always does that. They're not related by blood, but anytime he says it, it's like... Whoa! Nothing at all. Well, be quiet. Panicking, I covered Yume's mouth with my hand. Oh, maybe she doesn't know what she's saying. Even if it was just an accident, Otne is going to find out. This is going to be quite difficult. For me. Not for her, but for me. Otne looked at us with a confused facial expression on. Otne, what's up? You taking a break? Really? Wow, that's nice. A date with Amiko. I was trying to clear up the uncomfortable atmosphere, but maybe I overdid it. But, no, it's not that I like the costume or anything. I bet it's just because you're the one wearing it. It looks really good on you. They looked really happy and spun around for a while. It was really worth coming here for our first New Year's visit just to see you in that Miku outfit. No, I really mean it. Maybe I was exaggerating a bit, but she did look really good in that outfit. If there were real Miku like this, I wouldn't be surprised if there were guys who went to pay their respects at the shrine every day. Let's see, I'm fine with whatever. Yume, is there anything specific that you want to eat? You know, that's a typical reaction, and it's totally something I'd say as well. Just like, whatever, just like, so what should we have to eat? Whatever. Just like, be specific. Just like, no, just whatever, I don't care. Eh? She muttered, probably talking about the cotton candy that ended up being pretty small. But all you had is just some cotton candy. That can't have been enough to make you full. Hey! Yume then turned around and started running back home. What's wrong? She looked really angry all of a sudden. Run after her! Jeez, I guess I have no choice. She seemed displeased about something, but I shouldn't leave her all alone when she's angry. Well, actually, isn't that usually what people do? Just like let them calm down a bit? Sorry, Otne, but I just realized I need to do some stuff as well. She looked confused for a bit. You know, I don't know what seems the most dickish in this kind of scenario. Just like chasing after Yume to see what's up, leaving Otne on her own there, just like pretty much ditching her when she wanted to like go around the stalls with them, or just like sticking with Otne and just completely ignoring Yume's anger. But soon she started smiling again. She nodded and pretended to act strong and confident. I'm really sorry, I'll make up for this somehow. I turned around and ran after Yume. Can you imagine that? It's just like, I imagine like Yume just like angry at him, maybe even shouting, and then he's just like, when Yoshiki finally gets to say something, just like, by the way, Otne says hi. She said as I was running off. I guess I was found out after all. Yume, wait! I caught up with Yume just as I got to Sakura Park. Hey Yume, what are you so angry about? Yume spoke with her back turned to me. No, but seriously, earlier you were frowning and... She turned around and smiled earnestly at me. I couldn't even detect a single trace of sadness anymore. Huh? Eh? What, mistaken? That can't be. Bullshit! You were kind of, well, maybe not expecting, but at least hoping that this scenario would play out this way. That was your plan all along. She sounded awfully upbeat when she said that. Was I really mistaken? No, I'm pretty sure she was upset before. Then why'd you head home all of a sudden and by yourself to boot? Bullshit! What, really? Well, that's so important, isn't it? Then we'll do some window shopping and not buy anything. Just be like, I thought you said you had stuff to buy. Yeah, this is just their way of getting you to actually go along with them, though. She said and added a salute. Wow, I feel like I'm at a total loss here. I'd finally gotten to see Otne in her Mika outfit, too. This is making me look like a complete idiot. Wow. It does have truth to it. Oh well, I'll just go shopping with you then. She spun around and walked off towards the shopping district. For some reason it felt like she was forcing herself to walk that way. Why did I chase after her anyway? Furthermore, why did I chase after her? She gets upset pretty often, so no matter how long I thought about it, I couldn't find the answer. The answer is she's a, I always forget the pronunciation. Tsundere or whatever. You know, I remember the other day looking at like, well actually, you know those random quizzes, have you ever taken them and just like, always randomly just like, what type of deer or whatever are you? And it seemed quite consistent because I like took different types of them, but I seem to be, I think it's called a Kudire or whatever the hell. And it kind of fits me, I suppose, the kind of quiet, analytic, logical kind of, not really the most talkative kind of person. Although, in my recordings I talk a lot, but in real life I don't really do a lot of talking. I'm kind of quiet. I suppose this side of me that I kind of show in these recordings with like lively kind of just won't shut up rambling and all that, it's pretty much like kind of reserved for like few people really. So it kind of fits the description. I don't like, it's not like I just go outside and be like, oh yes, I'm going to act all silly and goofy and absolutely absurd and talk nonsense. I don't do that, I'm just like complete silence. That's just how I am. Since I ended up alone, I've got nothing to do. But well, since I'm basically just passing time, I might as well go to the shopping district. Looks like I'm just doing the same thing, well, it's a normal day on New Year's Day. Man, same old shit. Wow. It's always the case, really, isn't it? It's just like, a new year for... the same old shit. Oh well, I'll just go wander about. Hey there, little guy, you see, we lost our wallets, and I didn't give a shit because this has nothing to do with Yume, but it is plot related. BAM! Like, phew! And I forget how the scene even played out. I remember something landing on their heads and they're just like, ow! Unconscious blood. Oh no! And that's about it. The best part of well, actually, and yeah, he spotted Sakura there as well, didn't he? The best part of New Year's Day is lazing around at Kotatsu, the New Year's food, and watching TV. It's always watching TV, but... Hey, Yume, would you give this variety show thing a rest already? They've been airing the same old jokes over and over since yesterday with those annoying laughing actors.
Yeah, 全然.
You know what? It's been the same jokes over and over for a day and a half. How can it be any fun if you already know how it ends?
そうでもないよ。兄さん、どうせまた歌番組が見たいって言うんでしょ?
No, it's kind of odd really, isn't it? It's like you could watch comedy over and over again despite knowing the jokes. You can even like pretty much copy them as they're like speaking to you, just be quoting them, just like saying it at the exact same time. Because you've seen it so many times, you've memorized it. But it still draws you in anyway.
同じ歌を何回も聞かされるよりはまだマシ.
Yume wouldn't back down even one step. Did you just say the same songs over and over again? Sounds like the radio, really. Anytime I'm at the gym, I think I've mentioned this before, but they always have music on, I suppose it's radio or wherever. And it's always the same 4 or 5 songs every damn time. Just like, look, there's billions of people in the world. There are many different countries, many different musicians, thousands, millions even. And you're just like, 5 songs, that's all we got. 5 songs? There are millions, maybe even more than that, music-wise, and you're just playing the same 5 songs. Oh, I'm one to talk. When I'm listening to music, it's usually just the same as well. Yume wouldn't back down even one step. Come on, watching the music show is the New Year's tradition.
違う。バラエティだよ.
And thus the channel dispute between my wanting pop music and Yume's variety shows waged on. Well, I was going to change the channel, but I couldn't find a remote. And I was too lazy to get out from the Kotatsu to change the channel manually anyway.
見たい番組があるんなら、兄さんの部屋で見ればいいじゃない。テレビあるんでしょ?
I do, but that's not the point. Watching it alone in my room wouldn't be very New Year's-like. You're supposed to sit on the Kotatsu with everyone and eat and watch TV. That's where it's at.
それじゃあ時代劇見ようよ。間を取って。間取ってない
That's not even a compromise at all. Yume and I coincidentally replied in unison. Well, we didn't. We totally didn't. Come on, Otne, that's just what you want to watch, isn't it?
でもほら、昨日からお笑い芸人さんが出てる番組と歌番組ばっかりじゃない。たまには違うのも見ようよ。9時からの新春時代劇特番、絶対面白いよ。
You know, when it comes to TV, I don't watch TV at all. But when I watch like something aside from just like my usual kind of comedies I tend to watch. The only other things I tend to watch usually tend to be like documentaries. It's just like, with that in mind, just like, can you imagine now on New Year's, just like, I want to watch the pop music, I want to watch a variety show, I want to watch this samurai drama. It's like, screw it, let's just watch a documentary. A documentary? Oh, that's boring, she said while raising her fist in the air.
弟くんも時代劇好きだよね。さくらさんと一緒によく見てるもんね。
That wasn't because I liked them, that was because she forced me to watch them.
弟くんも時代劇見たいよね。
Otne kept looking at me, waiting for an answer. Oh well, I'm sure I could deal with some history. At least it'll be a welcome break from this comedy crap. Then it's decided. I don't mind watching some historical drama. But how accurate is the historical drama? That is the question. Yeah, that seems to be quite a thing even in the West, really, isn't it? Like, it's called Game of Thrones, has a kind of medievalish kind of look to it. I haven't actually watched it, but that's just the impression I get from it. And that's pretty popular, so is that the thing now? Is like, well, we're tired of all this bullshit stuff, you know? But it's no fantasy, no history, nothing. It's always just people in modern day clothes, modern vehicles, transportations, doing modern things. We want them to do that, but in a fantasy setting in the past of some sort. Like, you know, medieval shit, just like swords and rah, ha, ha. Screw this gun shit, it's boring. We've had that for years. Just like, but we had those ones for years. Well, shut up. We're going back with that. He answered lustily.
本当？じゃあゆめちゃんは？私も別にいいけど。
And Yume replied in exactly the same way.
よかった。じゃあチャンネル変えるね。
You know, it reminds me of a random idea that I just like, have you ever like randomly thought up shows, like in an entire show, but not like its entirety, you just picture scenes in your mind from a show that doesn't even exist? Just like picture it in your mind, and I just remember one day I thought of it, just like someone that, you know, like in the typical kind of shonen kind of thing where they always have swords, isn't it? It's just like, shouldn't they have guns and stuff? And I just like picture like one of the main characters wields a sword and they're up against someone like using a gun, just like comedy, just like, who brings a gun to a sword fight and still wins the fight anyway, just like so fast that none of the bullets hit, just like sidestepping between all the bullets and just like slices the gun in half, just like, well, there goes your weapon. With a smile on her face, Otne took out the remote from under the kotatsu. Oh, calculating. She had it under the kotatsu. Otne, were you hiding the remote under the kotatsu?
えっと
That would explain why I couldn't find the remote earlier. Aha! You took it earlier so you could have supreme power over the TV, didn't you?
あはは
Otherwise, that's some pretty good timing right when the show's about to start. Looking at the clock, it's displaying 8:55 p.m. Otne had definitely made up her mind to witness every 5 minutes before the show.
だって絶対見たかったんだもん。
Otne blushed a bit and changed the channel. Welcome to this news update. Earlier today, in the shopping district, an incident occurred with a large signboard fell off its supports, injuring one man seriously and another man lightly. Can you imagine a newscaster actually talking like that? They'd be fired, man. Hey, this is the incident that happened around noon.
弟くん知ってるの？
Yeah, I wandered about a bit on my way back from the shrine, and on the TV they showed some footage of the bustling scene of the incident. The police investigation showed that one of the signboard supports had suffered some damage. Some suspect that the supports may have been tampered with, but the police would not comment on the ongoing investigation. I totally wouldn't make it as a newscaster, man. I'd be screwing up all my lines all the time. and probably go off into rambling about it as well. It's like, oh, I screwed up my lines. Where were I? Yes, and that.
また事故か。本当に多いね、最近。
It's like very unprofessional. You're right, it feels like they're talking about some incident or accident whenever you turn on the news. That's always the case, though. I think I said that the last time this scene came up, but it really is. It's either gossip and celebrity stuff, or like sports, football, things like that, or it's just like, oh, tragedy, or oh, this is just awful, how could such a thing happen, and oh my god, this is awful as well, oh my god, you should not go to this place is awful right now, oh my god. And then it's the weather forecast, just like, and we essentially don't have 100% sure, so we're 95% sure, you know, like how you like that. I mean, that's always the case, and it's better safe than sorry. We don't want to like say it's 100% chance of sun and then it pisses down with rain, you know. So 95% chance. It's like we've got like this kind of those liquid soap, and like I just read on the writing of it, and just like it says kills 95% of germs. Just like, what about the other 5% then? It's like we just want to be like, you know, in case any germs do stick around, it's not our fault because we clearly said 95%.